And take a deep breath and just let the day float away. Just find a good seat. If you're in a chair, make sure your feet are flat on the ground. If you're on the couch or in bed, try and make sure that your spine is erect. Um, Even if you can put a little cushion underneath your sits bones underneath, just to lift that your spine up just a little bit. It'll rock you forward just a little bit so that you're in this area where it'll make things feel a little bit better. Hands placed gently in your lap, the right nestled in the left. But thumbs tightly or lightly touching. Relaxing the muscles in your legs, in your feet, your legs, hips, buttocks, belly, shoulders, neck, finding that's the perfect placement of your neck a little bit up and down, finding that spot where your head isn't so far forward that it pulls on the back of your neck, and so far back that it pulls and stretches the front of your neck. Find that sweet spot where you're not feeling a whole lot of tension in the neck. Relaxing the muscles in the face, the jaw, the eyes, behind the eyes, the forehead, the back of the head, and the crown. Just letting those muscles just melt, relax, and then scan your body looking for those little muscles that just don't want to release. Maybe in your feet or legs, hands, jaw. reminding the day that we're not going to deal with it right now. We'll just push it aside for right now. And we can begin. There is no negativity that cannot be purified. The purification process is basically a psychological one, as Lama Yeshe says. We create negativity with our mind so we can change it by creating positivity with our mind. We purify by applying the four opponent powers. So, the power of regret. Sincerely regret from the depths of your heart anything you have done to harm any living being on this day, in this life, and in all past lives. And think of specific actions of your body, your speech, and your mind. And then, in general, regret all. The reason to regret is based on the logic of karma. We experience everything due to our past karma, our past thinking, our past actions. So, having harmed others, we ourselves will necessarily experience suffering in the future. Thus, we cannot bear the thought of the future suffering that we ourselves will experience. Who wants that? We know from the present suffering that we do not want it. So, the logic is, therefore, to remove the karmic seeds before they ripen as future suffering. And also regret the anger, attachment, and the rest that are the cause of why we harm others. Again, think, I am sick of this suffering. And then think like this: I regret from the depths of my heart having harmed others with my body and my speech, having broken my vows, because I do not want the future suffering. I'm sick of suffering. And then think, what can I do about it? Whom can I turn to? Our reliance, refuge. We turn to the Buddha, the doctor who has the methods that we can use to purify. It's not that we need Buddha to forgive us. We purify ourselves by relying upon his methods. Visualize Vajrasattva above the crown of your head. He is your guru manifesting in this aspect for your benefit. He is made of radiant, blissful white light, sitting cross-legged on a white lotus, which, although born out of mud, is untainted by mud, just like our enlightened potential, which is born out of our delusions, but is untainted by them. His face is radiant and beautiful, and his eyes are long and peaceful and full of love and compassion for us. His mouth is red and very sweet. His hair is black and held up in a top knot. His arms are crossed at his heart, the left underneath the right. The left is holding a bell, which represents wisdom. The right is holding a vajra, which represents the indestructibility of compassion. And their being crossed represents the union of these two, which symbolizes enlightenment itself, the development of infinite wisdom and infinite compassion. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened by this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva. May I become a Buddha so as to benefit all sentient beings. Compassion. In order to develop compassion, we need to rely upon other beings, the very beings we have harmed and who have harmed us, by developing compassion for them. Think in particular of people you have harmed recently and in the past, and then in general, all beings we have ever harmed since beginningless time. And then remember those who have harmed you. Have compassion for them because they will suffer as a result of the harm they have done to you. And make the strong aspiration to do this practice of purification for the sake of all sentient beings. And pray, I must purify for their sake. The power of the remedy. Now comes the actual medicine, the doing of the actual practice of purification. There are 3 stages to the meditation, and it consists of visualization and recitation of mantra.
Purification of the body. Guru Vajrasattva very compassionately sends powerful white nectar, like coming out of a hose, very forcefully from its heart. It arcs around and enters your crown and pours into your entire body, filling you completely. It keeps coming and it forces out of your lower orifices all the harm you have ever done to any living being with your body in the form of inky liquid, which pours out of you and disappears into space, not one atom left. Feel completely purified. Om Varshasafa Samaya Manupalaya Varshasafa Denupatita Dida me bawa Sutokai me bawa Supokai me bawa Anorekta me bawa Savasi me Prayasa Sava Kamusutame Titum Shiankuru ha 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 ho Bhagawan Savatatagata Vajamame Mutavajabhavama Samaya Sata Ahmpe Om Vajasafa Samaya Manupalaya Vajasafa Denupatita Dida me bawa Sutokai me bawa Supokai me bawa Anorekta me bawa Savasi me Prayasa Sava Kamusutame Titum Shiankuru ha ha ho Bhagawan Savatatagata Vajamame Mutavajabhavama Samaya Sata Ahmpe Om Vajasafa Samaya Manupalaya Vajasafa Denupatita Dida me bawa Sutokaya me bawa Supokaya me bawa Anorekta me bawa Savasi me Prayasa Sava Kamusutame Titam Shiankuruhum ha 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 ho Bhagawan Savatatagata Vajamame Mutavajabhavama Samaya Sata Ahmpe Om Vajasafa Samaya Manupalaya Vajasafa Denupatita Dida me bawa Sutokaya me bawa Supokaya me bawa Anorekta me bawa Savasi me Prayasa Sava Kamusutame Titam Shiankuruhum ha 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 ho Bhagawan Savatatagata Vajamame Mutavajabhavama Samaya Sata Ahmpe Om Vajasafa Samaya Manupalaya Vajasafa Denupatita Dida me bawa Sutokaya me bawa Supokaya me bawa Anorekta me bawa Savasi me Prayasa Sava Kamusutame Titam Shiankuruhum ha 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 ho Bhagawan Savatatagata Vajamame Mutavajabhavama Samaya Sata Ahmpe Om Vajasafa Samaya Manupalaya Vajasafa Denupatita Dida me bawa Sutokaya me bawa Supokaya me bawa Anorekta me bawa Savasi me Prayasa Sava Kamusutame Titam Shiankuruhum ha 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 ho Bhagawan Savatatagata Vajamame Mutavajabhavama Samaya Sata Ahmpe Om Vajasafa Samaya Manupalaya Vajasafa Denupatita Dida me bawa Sutokaya me bawa Supokaya me bawa Anorekta me bawa Savasi me Prayasa Sava Kamusutame Titam Shiankuruhum ha 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 ho Bhagawan Savatatagata Vajamame Mutavajabhavama Samaya Sata Ahmpe
The purification of speech. Again, Guru Vajrasattva very happily sends powerful nectar from his heart chakra. It arcs around and forcefully enters your crown, filling your entire body, this time forcing up to the top of your body all the negativity of your speech, which overflows and disappears into space, not one atom left. Just like, as Lama Yeshe says, when you turn on the tap in the sink and fill the dirty glass, all the junk in the glass comes to the top and overflows. So imagine that all the gossip and harsh speech and useless speech and lying and talking badly about others behind their backs, all this is purified by the powerful nectar filling you as we recite the mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samya Malapalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dina Mebawa Satukaya Mebawa Sipukaya Mebawa Anurakta Mebawa Sarasiti Mepiyata Sarakama Sitsame Sisan Shiram Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Saratata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrapaha Mahasamya Savaha Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Malapalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dita Mebawa Sutukaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anurakta Mebawa Sarasiti Mepayasa Sarakama Susume Sisun Shiram Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Saratata Gata Vajramamimuta Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sava Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Malapalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dita Mebawa Sutukaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anurakta Mebawa Sarasiti Mepayasa Sarakama Susume Sisun Shiram Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Saratata Gata Vajramamimuta Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sava Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Malapalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dita Mebawa Sutukaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anurakta Mebawa Sarasiti Mepayata Sarakama Susume Sisun Shiram Kurahu Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Saratata Gata Vajramamimuta Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sava Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Malapalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dita Mebawa Sutukaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anurakta Mebawa Sarasiti Mepayata Sarakama Susume Sisun Shiram Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Saratata Gata Vajramamimuta Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sava Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Malapalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dita Mebawa Sutukaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anurakta Mebawa Sarasiti Mepayata Sarakama Susume Sisun Shiram Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Saratata Gata Vajramamimuta Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sava Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Malapalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dita Mebawa Sutukaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anurakta Mebawa Sarasiti Mepayata Sarakama Susume Sisun Shiram Kurahum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Saratata Gata Vajramamimuta Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sava Ahum Pe
Purification of the mind. Third Guru Vajrasattva now very compassionately sends powerful beams of laser light from his heart chakra, which arcs around and enters your crown chakra, fills your entire being, just like Lama Yeshe says, when you turn on the light in the room, the darkness is instantly dispelled. So just the light hits your heart chakra, the darkness of the negativity of your mind, all the attachment and neediness, the anger and violence, depression and resentment, and jealousy and bitterness, that all instantly dispelled, not one atom left. So imagine all the irrational thinking and harsh judgments, meaningless thoughts and delusions, thinking badly about others, all this is purified by powerful nectar filling you. Visualize this as we recite the mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dita Mebawa Sutakaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mapriyatsa Sawakarma Sutsame Sitam Shirankuram Hom Ha 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 Ho Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dita Mebawa Sutakaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mapriyatsa Sawakarma Sutsame Sitam Shirankuram Hom Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dita Mebawa Sutakaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mapriyatsa Sawakarma Sutsame Sitam Shiram Kurum Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dita Mebawa Sutakaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mapriyatsa Sawakarma Sutsame Sitam Shiram Kurum Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dita Mebawa Sutakaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mapriyatsa Sawakarma Sutsame Sitam Shiram Kurum Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dida Mebawa Sutakaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawa Siddhi Mempriyatsa Sawa Karma Sutsame Sitim Shiram Kurum Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tathagata Vashi Mami Mutsa Vashi Bawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutakaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawa Siddhi Mempriyatsa Sawa Karma Sutsame Sitim Shiram Kurum Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tathagata Vashi Mami Mutsa Vashi Bawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe.
Purification of the imprints of negativity. And again, be delighted that all of your delusions, which are the source of your own suffering and the cause for why we harm others with our body and speech, are totally purified, gone, finished. And think there's no space in your heart now for anything but love and kindness and forgiveness and wisdom and bliss and compassion. So we move to the purification of even the imprints of negativity of the body, speech, and mind. And this time, imagine that Guru Vajrasattva sends light again, and it fills you completely and eradicates even the subtlest imprint of negativity, negative energy from your mind. It's like once you remove the garlic from a jar, you still need to remove the smell. And again, as we recite the mantra, Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dido Mebawa Sutokayo Mebawa Supokayo Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawa Siddhi Me Piyatsa Sawa Kama Sutra Me Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tathagata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dido mebawa, sutokayo mebawa, supokayo mebawa, anarekta mebawa, sawa siddhi me priyatsa sawa kama sutra me, sitam shriyam guruhum ha 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 ho bhagawan, sawa tathagata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa maha samaya sattva ahum pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dido mebawa, sutokayo mebawa, supokayo mebawa, Anarekta mebawa sawa siddhi me priyatsa sawa kama sutra me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagawan sawa tathagata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa maha samaya sattva ahum pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dido mebawa, sutokayo mebawa, supokayo mebawa, anarekta mebawa, sawa siddhi me priyatsa sawa kama sutra me, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagawan, sawa tathagata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa maha samaya sattva ahum pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dido mebawa, sutokayo mebawa, supokayo mebawa, anarekta mebawa, sawa siddhi me piyatsa sawa kama sutra me, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagawan, sawa tathagata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa maha samaya sattva ahum pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dido mebawa, sutokayo mebawa, supokayo mebawa, anarekta mebawa, sawa siddhi me piyatsa sawa kama sutra me, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagawan, sawa tathagata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa maha samaya sattva ahum pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Deno Patita Dido mebawa, sutokayo mebawa, supokayo mebawa, anarekta mebawa, sawa siddhi me priyasa sawa kama sutra me, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagawan, sawa tathagata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa maha samaya sattva ahum pe.
Power of resolve. The fourth step in the purification process, and such a crucial one, is the determination not to harm with our body, speech, and mind again. Without this, we keep doing the same old things. The determination, the aspiration to not harm again is like a beacon that guides our body, speech, and mind in new directions. Remember, as Lama Zopa Rinpoche says, everything exists on the tip of the wish, the aspiration. As for our other old habits, if we can't commit to never doing them again, then don't lie to ourselves, as Lama Zopa Rinpoche says. So think carefully and then decide to refrain from them for a year, a month, a day, or even a minute, whatever is realistic for you. Then in general, vow to make the effort to avoid the others. This determination not to do again is what gives us the strength to change. So in conclusion, Guru Vajrasattva is delighted with us. Wanting to merge with your mind, he melts into white light and absorbs into you through your crown. Think, my Guru's body, speech, and mind, Vajrasattva's body, speech, and mind, my own body, speech, and mind are the same thing. Union, oneness, as Lama Yeshe would say. Meditate on this. Next, as Lama Zopa Rinpoche recommends, meditate on the emptiness of the three circles. In emptiness, there is no I, creator of negative karma. There is no action of creating negative karma, and there is no negative karma created. Place your mind in that emptiness for a while. In this way, look at all phenomena as empty. They do not exist from their own side. Finally, dedicate all the merit, the positive energy you've created by doing this purification to all living beings, thinking, may all the virtuous karma I've created from doing this practice ripen as my enlightenment for the sake of sentient beings as quickly as possible. And as a result of the 3 times merits of myself and others, may bodhicitta, from which the happiness of all sentient beings comes, be generated in the minds of self and other sentient beings without delay, even for 1 second. And that which has been generated, may it increase. So we'll do the long life prayer for His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the wish-granting, wish-fulfilling jewel, source of every single benefit and happiness in this world. To the incomparably kind Tenzin Gyatso, I beseech, may all your holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. And last, we'll say a prayer for Venerable Katie, Gary and Ree and others on the trip in Nepal. And we'll also think of our own Guru and Geshe-la Sherab as well. And with that, thank you all so much for being here tonight. Special thanks to Shayla, Elizabeth, Christine, Lou, and then all of you for coming. So have a good evening and look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Good night.